My name is Tarek. Recently, I'm working with UNICEF as an education consultant. We are working on projects to help both students in government schools and refugees, especially Syrians, because we have many Syrians in Jordan, especially after what happened, 10 years ago. So most of them, they left their country and they came here to Jordan. So UNICEF is making some programs to support those children and to help them as well.
Yes, to help the Syrian students and the Syrian civilians is the responsibility of every individual of this world, because we need to back them.
Right.
Yeah. So let me invite my students to ask the questions. Subramanian Srinivas.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I am fine, sir. What about you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Thank you.
Glad to interact with you, sir. This is Subramanian Srinivas, a 7th grade student. I would like to ask a question. Can I ask, sir?
Yes, please do.
What is culture like in Jordan?
Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
can see.
Yes. So here in this slide, you can see the Jordanian flag. This is our flag. And as you know, Jordan is a kingdom. It's not a state. It's not a republic. It's a kingdom. Our king is King Abdullah II. And our queen is Queen Rania, who is also very interested in education. This is the map of Jordan. As you see, this is Jordan. This is Amman, the capital city. And I live here in the capital city of Jordan, Amman. Where do you live? Do you live in New Delhi, in Calcutta? Where do you live, most of you?
We live in Andhra Pradesh. It's a southern part of India.
Okay. And as you see, here we have the population is nearly 11 million. And this is the area. It's a small country, actually. It's not that big.
Mm-hmm.
And we are surrounded with many Arab countries. In the north, as you see, we have Syria and Lebanon.
Yes.
In the east, we have Iraq. In the west, we have Palestine. South, we have Egypt and Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
And the only sea in Jordan is the Red Sea here. It's the Gulf of Aqaba. And it's one of the touristic places we have. I think you will be interested to ask questions such as culture, as I heard the
Yes.
first question was about culture, about education, social life, professions, languages, and touristic attractions.
Yes.
Now, why Jordan is a unique or a different country? For so many reasons. One of them is its location. As you see, it's in the middle of the Middle East, and we are surrounded with many countries. It's a kingdom, and we have very few Arabic countries that are kingdom. We have only Saudi Arabia and we have Morocco. The other, countries, they are not like this. They are only state or republic. It's a safe place. This is why we have many refugees living in Jordan. And before Syrians, we have many Iraqis came and lived in Jordan. It has multi-educational systems, whether we are talking about government school or public school, it's the same thing. And it has many religious places as well. Again?
What subjects are taught in Jordan?
So he's asking about the subjects that are taught in Jordanis.
Yes. Okay. I think I prepared. Yes, in this slide, you can see these are the subjects that are taught in public schools in Jordan. So regarding languages, we have Arabic and English. Then we have religion, social studies, math and science, music, art, drama, math and science, music, art, drama, IT, and PE. What about you in India? What subjects are taught in schools?
Vargasai?
Yes, sir. We learn 3 languages that are Telugu is our mother tongue, Hindi is our national language, English is our international language. And we learn 3 core subjects that are social studies, science, maths.
So total how many subjects?
6 subjects.
You don't have IT,
No.
music or art or drama or anything?
No, we don't have any other additional subjects.
Not even PE?
Yeah, we have physical education. And the students,
You have.
yes, we have a teacher, PE teacher, and he engages the students in playing different sporting events. But it looks like, Tariq, you government schools in Jordan is more than the private schools.
No, actually, as number, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Because most people, yes, they go to government schools.
So is there any special...
Because almost 50% of the population are young people. So this is why we have this very big number.
So is there...
Here you can see 2 pictures, how they, we have uniform as well they wear. This is for girls and this is for boys as well.
Okay.
And we don't have, till grade 4, government schools are mixed. After that, no. We separate them. This is in public. But in private schools, no. You can see and you can have mixed schools.
Yes, I can understand.
What about in India?
So in India, I think we have many private schools than the public schools. So I have a question regarding the public schools in your country. You have just explained that the public sector is so strong in Jordan. So why is public sector is so strong in Jordan?
Because as I told you, we have help comes to them from other organizations, international ones, like for instance, USAID, UNICEF. So they pay for many programs. This is why.
Yeah, that's I understood. Okay, Nagalakshmi, over to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hi, this is Nagalakshmi. Can I ask one question, sir?
Yes, ask.
Could you please tell us about the public school located in Jordan?
Yes, they are located in everywhere, in all cities. If I go back to this slide, here we have the main cities in Jordan. And in every city, we have also towns and villages. So they can go to any school that is close to their house. They don't have to travel far to reach their schools. What about you? Do you go from your home to your school walking or by bus, or how?
So
how do you go to schools?
Some students come to school by auto and some students by walk. And some students also by the bicycle.
I see. And at what time do you go in the morning and when do you finish?
Our school starts at 9 o'clock and ends at 4 p.m.
That's very long.
Yes. What about there?
No, here it's 8. They go at 8, and they finish almost at 1.
Oh, that's
Sometimes at 2, but not more than this. This is government schools, but private they stay till 3, sometimes 3:30.
okay.
But they start at 8.
So that means how long is the each period for them? I mean, each session, how long does
Yes, it's about 40 to 45 minutes,
40 to 40
and
minutes?
sometimes 35.
So that means how many periods do they have every day?
Yes, about 8. Sometimes 7, sometimes 8.
Okay. So next question. Who is going to ask the next question?
Sir, can I?
Yes, Radhika.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
This is Radhika Priya, a 6th grader. I would like to ask you a question, sir.
Yes, please do.
How many languages are spoken over there?
2 languages, English and Arabic. This is in public schools. In private, we might have also French. And some people, when they go to the university, they study other languages like Spanish, Italian, German, Chinese. Some of them study.
Okay.
But
next.
you will find all people speaking English and Arabic.
So last time when I was in USA in 2022, I met with an English teacher, came from your country.
Yes.
She's currently in Dubai, where she's working in a private school. So I came to know about a few culture and traditions of your country. So it's really your country is so hospitable and so friendly. In fact, I came to know from her.
Yes, true.
Yeah. So next, Husni, over to you.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes.
What is unique about Jordan?
Yes, I think this was the first slide we displayed, and we can just go back to it again here. This is the one. As you see, we have many reasons why it's so unique or famous. As you see, the location, it's safe. We have multi-educational systems. It has many religious and touristic places. This is why. The Dead Sea, they come and we have the Dead Sea mud. They put it. It relieves the body, and it cures it from many diseases.
So the Dead Sea is also part of your country.
Yes. And it's the lowest area in the whole world.
Yeah, we heard and we came to know about that.
And this, yes, this is Aqaba. This is Petra. It's one of the 7 wonders of the new 7 wonders. And we have Jarash also. It's a Roman city. It's very old. And here, when you ask about the languages, these are the languages that people speak.
So many languages, in fact.
Yes.
All the demanding languages.
Because when they go to university, they take other languages, or if they study in certain universities, like we have the German university, so they have to study German. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
As I said earlier, most people speak English because they take it in school, and when they study in university, they take. And as you know, nowadays, because everyone is using the mobile, the internet, so they have to know English.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Sir, can I?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Hello, sir. This is Meghana. I am an 8th grader. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please do.
What professions are highly respected in your country?
Yes, thank you for your question. Here, if you look at the slide, you can see them. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes, I think we have one more question is there. I think that who pays the money to the bride?
Yes,
Yes, that's
for weddings, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, the man does everything.
Yeah.
He gives money and he prepares the house. He
Mhm.
he pays for the wedding, everything.
Oh, that's quite interesting because in India, I think it's quite different.
So it's in summer, only in July and August it's very hot,
Mhm.
but uh, in general no, and
Mhm.
it's cold only in 3 months, December, January, and February. But
Mhm.
after that, no. March, April, and May it's spring, so the weather is fine.
Mhm. So, what kind of food that Jordan is like to eat in their morning or breakfast and the afternoon lunch and the evening supper?
Yes, for breakfast, either eggs, cheese. For lunch, we have different meals. We
Okay.
have some traditions ones like what we call mansa, for instance. This
Mhm.
is from yogurt, a special kind of yogurt we do with rice. Rice
Mhm.
is very important.
Mhm.
And it depends if they like, fish or meat or chicken, depending on what kind of
Mhm.
meal you will have. But we have different types made with with vegetables.
Right. Do you think that the Jordanese education system is strong enough to produce the global citizens? So
Now they started to pay more attention to the 21st century skills.
Mm.
They started these 2 or 3 years, especially after Corona. So they noticed that they have a gap between what they study and what the curriculum is and what they need to gain. This is why we change the curriculum from time to time.
so in the
They
slide I
adapt
have
it
noticed.
to the international education.
Yes, in the slide I have noticed that the information technology is also part of your
Yes,
curriculum. So,
especially nowadays, the AI, artificial intelligence, is very important.
mm.
Yes.
So at what age the students in Jordan learned the information technology?
Now most of them they study, robotics,
At
and they
what age?
participate in almost grade 5,
Oh,
and they start, yes, and they participate in competitions
mm.
that are made everywhere, yani, whether it's in America, and they come also to India.
Wow.
We have many, yes, many competitions they come and participate in.
So that means it's a great achievement. In public schools, the students, they are learning the information technology at the age of 5. That's
Yes,
really remarkable achievement, I think.
of course, yes, because it's very important, IT.
Mhm.
And you will find them all know how to use
Yes.
the internet, to know about technology and all this.
So how often the teachers in Jordan trained to upgrade their professional
All over the year, they go and they attend conferences,
mm,
workshops. They
mm,
have to. This is a part
okay. It's part of their profession.
of their development, professional development.
So does the government of Jordan provide any free incentives to the students who come to the public schools? For instance, if you take our public system, and the students are provided free meals, free textbooks, free uniform, and they also, students get the Indian rupees every year as an incentive. If the student comes to school throughout the year without absent, and he get a certain amount of Indian
They
rupees.
give like rewards, you mean? Or
Yes, exactly, reward. Yeah.
I see.
How about there?
No, we don't have this. They don't. And this is really very good in India to have such rewards.
Yes, we have such rewards.
Mm.
So what kind of standards that you can maintain in a public schools compared to the private sector? So are the public schools in your country are competitive? I mean, they give the stiff competition to the private sector?
Now, one point is that they don't pay for government schools, you know?
Yes.
They take everything for free. This is an advantage because if a family, let's say, has 4 or 5 or 6 children, they can't afford money to put them in private school, so they put them in government school. So this is something good. Teachers are highly qualified actually, because most of them they are university graduates, and they take, as I told you, workshops all over the year. So they spend time to improve themselves and try to do everything they can for children. And because we have those international organizations that help, and they are like partners with the Ministry of Education, so they try to modify and to support children with extra activities.
Yes. So when it comes to the English language, how are the students in Jordan tested? Are they tested on spoken skills? Are they tested on written skills? Are they tested on overall English?
They take random samples at different grades just to see what they need to change. But of course, they are tested in speaking, in reading, writing, all skills, the 4 skills.
Oh, so it
Yes.
means that your government is collaborating with the international agencies, so that the international agencies they keep changing the curriculum of Jordan in order to make them the international students, in order to make them the global citizens. So how often the government changes the syllabus for the students of Jordan?
Sometimes every 3-4 years, sometimes yearly. It depends on the changes, especially in math and science and social studies. These are the 3 subjects that are changed.
Right.
Because, yes, we are living in a very changing world. Every year we have many changes. So they can't just study the information as if it happened 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. No, they need to know what's happening now, because all students, they can go and search for things. They don't just wait to study things in the book. No one now depends on the book itself.
Yes.
No, they go and search themselves.
So
this is why they like to make projects as well.
Yes.
To be, project based curriculum.
So from the primary school to the secondary school, all the teachers are recruited based on the higher qualification. Am I right?
Yes.
So the government gives the prioritize the higher qualification. That means one has to be highly educated, and he has to obtain the sound professional knowledge in order to enter in the profession of teaching,
Yes,
Jordan?
because even if he wasn't like this, now students know sometimes information more than the teacher. So if
Wow.
you don't update yourself,
Yes.
then how can you be in the classroom if they ask you a question and you say, I don't know, I don't know. From time to time, yes, you can, but not every time they ask a question, you will be ignorant about it. This is why
Absolutely.
you need to be up to it. This is
Yes.
very important. The
Yes.
teacher needs to read and read and read.
Mhm. So are the teachers are monitored from time to time
Of
by the
course,
head teacher?
yes. We have supervision. Supervisors come and visit schools. And even when I used to work in Queen Rania Teacher Academy, we use also to go to schools and to help teachers and to monitor teachers and students to see what they are doing inside the classroom, what
If
activities they are giving, how they motivate children, because it's very important to motivate them.
Yes, if your teacher is found to be unprofessional, he is not as good as they are expecting, and he's
Yes.
not up to the mark. So, what does the supervisors would like to do at the time when
He
they?
will not be promoted. This is one thing, because they have promotion every year. And sometimes, for instance, if he is or she is teaching, let's say grade 7, and they feel that she is not up to this level,
Right.
they let her teach, grade 4 or 5 or 3, like this.
Wow. So I think that's why your country's education is making inroads and progressing in leaps and bounds. So I think the government has to be appreciated for this. So thank you so much for your time, and we love this session so much, and we look forward to have you one more time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.